We've had 2 wonderful seasons. We're on to the 3rd one. We're just so excited. We have some great guests coming up this season. You guys need to be sure that you're following us. You can go to the website at theheartofbastrop.com. We actually have some new gear on there. You can buy t-shirts and hats and all kind of fun stuff. Get into the vibe of the show. We have 2 exciting guests today. We have Spruce Dickerson, and Spruce is the founder of Flip Flop to the World.
As a nonprofit that I'm so excited that she recently moved here to the Bastrop area from Austin.
Absolutely. And tell them who our second guest is.
I was so happy to meet Cathy Meek with Rockin' M Ranch Weddings, Events, and Lodging just outside of Smithville. It's such a great place. I think I'm going to get an event booked there.
Absolutely. It's a beautiful venue, a new venue for this area as far as weddings go. We all know, the whole Bastrop County is really becoming the next destination wedding spot in Texas.
Let's get going with our guests.
Absolutely.
Our first guest today is Cathy Meek with the Rocking M Ranch Wedding, Event, and
Lodging.
And I have to say the name that way because there's a Rocking M Ranch in Dallas that has horses, and you do not have horses.
There's quite a few Rocking M ranches located around, so we have to be pretty specific about what we're offering because we don't board stallion horses.
But you do offer a phenomenal venue, not only for this time of post-pandemic, pandemic, whatever we're calling what's going on with coronavirus, but anytime. It is a great way to have an event and keep people safe. Tell us a little bit about your place.
Well, we are very excited to be kicking off the wedding and event portion of our venue. We have been providing lodging since 2012. We have a 4,400 square foot facility that can sleep up to 20 people. But we've become experienced at the lodging, and it's been extremely successful. I think for a couple of reasons. Is the location is just excellent. It's, Smithville is known as the heart of the megalopolis, and that's for a good reason because it's located at less than an hour from Austin, less than 2 hours from San Antonio, and less than 2 hours from Houston. So it's a great location. We have had tons of people coming out. It's been a real successful venue for lodging lots of folks. So about a year and a half ago, we decided, well, why not expand this and include wedding and events? And so while there are other wedding and event venues in the area, I think what sets us apart is that we can also offer the lodging. So if you want to come out and have a fantastic rustic, outdoor, upscale wedding or day event or corporate function or quinceañero or anything else, you also can hang out for a night or two with your close family and friends, and people love that because then they don't have to leave.
Well, and I'm sure that Mayor Morgan, I told you, Mayor Morgan and I are friends. She's the mayor of Smithville, and I'm certain that the chief of police is happy that if people are partying, they have a place to stay.
They do, yes. Keep them safe and keep them in place, right?
Well, and as you're saying, keep them safe, it is an opportunity to create their own little bubble. Because we know that as we're going through these things, even though things are a little bit different, people still want those cherished memories, and you're providing an opportunity for folks to hang out with the people that they love and know that they'll be safe.
That's true. When COVID, first busted out and we were just all going crazy, we had some cancellations. But shortly thereafter, when the governor opened up the state, we were booked solid. We had families and those that gathered together in their homes to be safe. They felt safe coming out because they were on a secluded 15-acre property with a pool and a hot tub and a fire pit and a large lodge with 2 great rooms, 2 kitchens, 5 bedrooms, 4.5 baths. It's an excellent facility. You have to visit the website to really see it and appreciate it.
TJ, it sounds like your house, right? 5 bedrooms,
Right? All that cleaning. But just think when you go here, you don't have to clean up afterwards, right? That's
Right.
perfect. And so tell us that web address. Where can people go to take a look at that?
RockingMRanchTX.com.
Perfect, and we're gonna tick that across the screen on the bottom so you guys can go check that out for yourself. But you know, a little bit about Smithville. So it's a beautiful little town, and you know, well known for filming because they filmed Hope Floats there. So yeah, that's exciting. And we actually, Connie and I were with Quinn Aaron recently, who by the way decided to come back to Bastrop to escape Hurricane Ida. So he's actually here while we're filming here in the hotel. I forgot to say that. And he filmed a movie with Sandra Bullock, and Sandra Bullock filmed a movie called Hope Floats in Smithville.
Sure.
So there's my little tie-in, guys. But this area is very popular for film crews, for weddings. I mean, there's been such a huge increase in wedding business. And I mean, we're really, wow, there's lots of venues in the area, but there's lots of things for people to do outside the day. You know, there's beautiful restaurants. Connie can tell you a lot of bit about, you know, what's downtown Bastrop has to offer, what Smithville.
Well, I was going to say, I always want to support Smithville and my fellow mayors with Mayor Morgan, but I would throw in that Smithville is just a short 12 miles from the city of Bastrop. So there's great restaurants in Smithville, and there's great restaurants here in Bastrop. There's the museum that covers all of the county. We have the Finding the Toads, walking along the river walk, and let's not forget there's 2 state parks between Bastrop and Smithville. So if people want to go and be secluded, Rockin' Inn is the spot for them. And if their feet get a little itchy and they want to try something out, there's a lot of things they can do that are just a few minutes away.
We have a visitor's guide, and we try to keep it current. So we have attractions in the book, we have area restaurants, things to do. Or if you don't want to do anything, like Connie said, hang by the pool and just watch the shooting stars and, you know, real good steak. But again, the lodge is, I believe, really what's going to set us apart. I mean, customer service is something we've learned is key. I don't care what business you're in, customer service is important, and in the hospitality industry, it's everything. We have only 5-star ratings. We have 55-star ratings on our lodging page, and people have a great experience. And it's a happy industry. And when people come out, they expect to be happy and treated well. And that's what we will be doing with our wedding events, and continue to do the lodging, of course, in conjunction with the wedding and event packages.
Well, I was also impressed as I was reading the materials that you really work with folks, because we know we have a variety of people that have different budgets for the event. And so I saw that you can help folks if they're looking for a vendor, or if they have a favorite vendor, they can certainly do catering of their own.
Absolutely. We will provide a preferred vendor list to anyone interested. But we also have, a picnic area, a game area. We have big double gates that can be open for food trucks if you want a food truck wedding, under all outdoor trees that are all lit up, and it's just gorgeous.
Oh, honey, you had me at food. You said food, that was it. I'm like, I'm in. Let's get married.
Well, those food trucks, they have some good stuff on them.
Absolutely.
Right? Really good.
That's very convenient too, to be able to do that.
Yeah, so it can be anything from casual in terms of a food truck wedding to a Texas barbecue, because we have a big smoker pit. Or if you want a formal plated function, we have a butler's kitchen, and catering services can come in and just do what they need to do. There's a separate entrance for both the 2 living areas. There's 2 screen porches, there's 2 front porches, there's 2 of everything. So, you have a big family, and you have grandma and grandpa, they kind of want to go to bed a little earlier maybe than hanging out by the pool partying all night. So there's a little secluded area, over here, but all the doors can be open. So if you want to be together and gather, you can do that too.
Well, your commitment to customer service certainly comes through, and I'm sure that you'll continue to get those 5-star ratings.
Thanks, Connie.
So for our viewers, if you have an event, whether it's a wedding, an anniversary, a retirement, or if you just want to get together with some good friends and not have them at your house, make sure that you check out Rockin' M Ranch.
Absolutely. And it's
rockinmranchtx.com, and follow us on Facebook and Instagram as well.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much. We appreciate you coming out. We're really excited about this new venue, and thank you again.
Thank y'all so much
Nice
for
to
having
meet you.
us. It's just so exciting to be here, and be part of the community and continue doing what we do best in hospitality and adding a few other wonderful services as well.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
Thank you, Cathy.
Hey,
Hey,
Sarie.
Sarie.
Hey, Sarie.
Hey, Sarie.
Hey, Sarie. Hey, Sarie. Hey, Sarie.
Hey, Sarie.
Hey, Sarie. Hey, Sarie.
Hey, Sarie.
Happy Labor Day! So it is that beloved 3-day weekend that says goodbye to our summer, and everybody loves to hit the beach, everybody loves to barbecue, to bonfire, get together with family, play some horseshoes, all of these things, right? This is our farewell big 3-day weekend for the summer. And everybody likes to do it big and have fun, right? But a lot of people don't even really understand where Labor Day came from and what it's all about. So back in the 1800s, when America was still being built and founded and really, really developed, there were several labor activists that came together and were like, hey, you know, we really feel like we should be acknowledged here because laborers really help the economy, socially, they help development, all of these things, right? And so these labor activists were like, you know, we need, you know, unions were being formed and things along those lines. We need some better acknowledgement, better treatment, et cetera, et cetera. So certain states, they agreed. They were like, yeah, you know, our state is thriving because of all of the building that's going on, and we definitely want to acknowledge you and appreciate that. So they started, you know, a Labor Day, each state, etc. One state kind of followed a suit with another and with another. And then by the late 1800s, it actually became a national holiday because Congress was like, you know, hey, all these states are doing it. And again, you know, America's economy was really thriving and booming because of laborers. So they created this nationally recognized holiday, 3-day weekend to give laborers a break, a day off, just to thank them so much for developing our country and, you know, helping our economy thrive, our socially, socially, not socialism, but social structure. Yes, that one. Okay, social structure. Let's go with that one. So, and then also a really fun fact that I found really interesting, you know, they don't even know who actually the main man, who it was who created Labor Day. So some evidence says that it was a gentleman with the last name of Meek, MC, and then Guire. And then other evidence supports that it was another man with a very similar last name, Maguire. 2 different men. This is not just like, oh, that we got the spelling of the last name different. No, this is actually 2 different men, and there's evidence to support that both of them came up with Labor Day, which how crazy is that? So nobody even knows really who the actual first originator is. Fun little fact of history. But now we get a wonderful national holiday, and you should still thank laborers because they're developing our cities, they're developing our towns, they're building our homes, our dream homes for us and our dream cities, and really helping, you know, develop economically. And the industry is always changing. Of course, a lot of builders are trying to, you know, do things a little bit more green and work with the earth and things along those lines too. So a lot of these guys and women, okay, in the trade really, really do care, and they love their jobs, and they love their country, and they love their towns, and they love the people that they're working with and for, and they'll work really, really, really hard for you. And so y'all should just really appreciate that. Enjoy your 3-day weekend, have fun, stay safe, and thanks for tuning in to Hey Sarie. Bye. Whether you are a lifelong resident to Bastrop, if you're new here, if you're thinking about exploring Bastrop County, or if you're just plain curious, submit your questions to theheartofbastrop.com, and you can either write in or do a video like this to be featured on our show. So I am your go-to girl for events. You're gonna be getting live coverage, you're gonna be getting fun facts, you're gonna be getting all kinds of behind the scenes stuff. This season is gonna be so exciting, but you guys are the ones that make it so fun for me. Don't forget to submit your questions and address it to Hey Sarie, because that's me, your go-to girl. All right, Take care. Can't wait to see y'all this season.
So our second guest today is Spruce Dickerson. And Spruce is the founder of the nonprofit Flip Flop to the World. We are so excited that you came on the show today, and tell everybody a little bit about what you do.
Thank you. Well, first, thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here. Flip Flop to the World, I founded it in 2012, and for the sole purpose of collecting $1 flip flops.
Soul, not bump intended, right?
I didn't get that. That was good pickup, Connie. Yes, for the sole purpose of providing shoes for the poor and the orphans.
Love it.
That's the mission of the charity.
That's amazing. That's amazing. And so what I missed it, because Connie had her pun over there and I got so tickled about it. What year did you say you started in?
2012.
2012. So you've been around a little while.
Yes, ma'am.
But you just recently moved to Bastrop, correct?
Yes, ma'am. Last year, I moved to Highway 21 East, out in that direction. My family's been here over 30 years and had property out there. I was born and raised in Austin, so a city girl. And I was telling Connie earlier, it's like, okay, Lord, what do I do with the country?
Well, you wear your flip-flops. There you go.
Right, exactly.
Definitely. Yeah. So tell us, what inspired you to do this? What really made you say, okay, I need to do this. This is what I'm called to do.
Well, it's funny because I had just it was not even on my radar to start a charity or to do anything like this. But I was in the dollar store for the millionth time. How many, we go to the dollar store, but for this one particular time, I was standing before the rack of flip-flops, and it just came all over me. The rack of $1 flip-flops in the dollar store, and it just came all over me that for $1 we can buy shoes. And
Right.
I thought, wow, shoes for $1. And then my very next thought was, but there are people all over this world that don't even have $1. And so I knew I had to do something with that. I didn't know what, but I just knew that I was, something was downloaded in me, and that I had to do something with that.
Well, that's absolutely a beautiful story.
Thank you.
A lot of people don't think about, we get so busy with our lives and we're all into what we're doing, and we don't take that moment of pause or have that epiphany that says, hey, I could do this, I could make a difference, And I know for me, as I get older, it becomes more and more important to me to make an impact. So thank you for doing that. I think it's just amazing.
The simplicity of your mission makes it so clear. Like, it's not complicated. It's a pair of flip-flops, and you can buy them at Walmart or the dollar store or wherever. Right. And you have something special that you do with each donated pair if they want. Tell us a little bit about the pictures.
Okay, I love this. I'm getting chill bumps right now. Why do I'm just excited. This is the cherry on the cake for me, is that everyone who gives a pair of flip-flops, if you choose to send me a picture with your flip-flops, holding your flip-flops, then your picture will go on many pairs of flip-flops. And I think our biggest collection yet, and I'm sure we'll get into this with the countries, but our biggest collection yet was over 4,000 pairs of flip-flops. So on 4,000 pairs of flip-flops, we attached a picture of everyone who gave flip-flops, who sent me pictures, who want their pictures on flip-flops or what have you. And so that's exciting because the recipient, when they receive this pair of flip-flops and they see this picture of a smiling, beautiful face of somebody who loves them, and then they can keep that picture forever. Just think about that. These are people that maybe don't have love, that get forgotten about. Well, they are. They're people that get forgotten about, and they don't get that love. But they see this picture of somebody who doesn't even know them, loving them, and that's the cherry on my cake.
I want to talk about the picture of the sweet little girl that I have. So tell us about your Flip Flop to the World Lifetime Ambassador.
Oh my goodness. This is Penny. Her name is Penelope Penny. And she has such a huge heart for Flip Flop to the World. Ever since she was a little girl, and she's a little girl now, I think she's 8. No, she's 9 or 10, maybe 10. And she's been collecting flip flops since, 4 or 5 years old with her sister Summer. Every year, they always collect in their town of in the valley in South Texas. They go into their community. They put up collection boxes in the bank, in the post office, in the stores, all through their town, and collect flip-flops. And every year, it is no less than 600 flip-flops that they collect, these 2 little girls. Okay, she's just precious. So just her heart, you can just know people, and you can just tell their heart. And at just the tender age that she is, she has just such a huge, precious, loving heart that there was just no question that she needed to be our lifetime ambassador.
Well, Spruce, let's talk about the logistics, because you don't collect all year. Tell us about the timing so that folks know how they can help.
Okay, yes, ma'am. So my collection campaign is from June 1st through August 31st, and that is since the inception, that time frame. For one, because I didn't want to store flip-flops in my home year-round.
The rest of your life.
Yes, exactly. I mean, I needed to have living space. So that's the reason for just the 3-month summer collection.
Absolutely.
And but then I'm always working on it year-round. On the campaign. And then like today is the end of the campaign. So then in September, we will start the processing of the flip-flops. And so I let people know that I only take flip-flops through the end of August. And if they have any flip-flops, just hold on to them until the next year.
Okay, and the requirements they really are flip-flops,
Yes,
just like the name. So they need to be brand new, a pair of flip-flops, not Crocs, not tennis shoes. You do flip-flops.
Yes.
And they can be adult or children, so whatever your heart leads you to give.
Yes. And so let me, because we were talking about that earlier, but let me just clarify that also. It is flip-flops, because that is easy, and that is what the campaign is about, flip-flops, because there are countries in Africa that if a child does not have shoes, they can't go to school. So dare we say that a pair of flip-flops gives an education?
Wow.
Yes, we can.
Right,
we can go there.
absolutely.
But
Absolutely.
Crocs, though, I think Crocs are easy enough. They're still, lightweightish. But, we don't really collect sandals or regular shoes because they get a little heavier. You just wouldn't imagine just the cost of shipping for just a piece of rubber.
And then tell us the different countries that you are sending the flip-flops to.
I'm glad you asked. That's another exciting point for me also, is that when I founded my charity in 2012, we founded it as Flip Flop to Nigeria, because that is what the vision that I got, just the whole testimony of how things came about with founding my charity. And so when I got that vision in the dollar store, not knowing what to do, but then, knowing that I wanted to get the flip-flops across the world, to the poorest of the poor. So Nigeria was given to me. And so that is therein how I founded it, Flip Flop to Nigeria. So I gave to Nigeria for 5 years, and then the door closed to Nigeria. I couldn't get the shipment to Nigeria. And I just kept banging my head against the wall how to do this, and then until I finally just said, okay, I just need to put this on the back burner, because the new year was coming to where I needed to start planning the New Year collection. And so when I released control of that, I'm a woman of faith. So when I released control of that and said, okay, Lord, I'm just going to put it on the back burner and you'll take care of it. When I did that, then the rebranding manifested, or came about, to where he rebranded me Flip Flop to the World, because I had prayed. I said, Lord, give me the world. I know you gave me Nigeria. I said, but Lord, I really want the world. So just give me the world. And so then I rebranded Flip Flop to the World in 2017.
Wow.
When I did that, then the door opened to get that shipment to Nigeria. So I was able to do the
Wow.
previous year's shipment to Nigeria. But then I went forth with Flip Flop to the World. So back to your question. We have gone into Mexico, Puerto Rico, the USA, our own foster homes here in the USA. We've taken care of our own children. Philippines, and then this year's Haiti.
Excellent.
Wow, that's
Excellent.
amazing.
So God is good.
So viewers, you by the time that this airs, do you take donations for shipping outside of the collection time?
Yes, monetary donations year round. And you can go to the website, and I have the payment platforms on there. Just click on a platform of your choice and donate.
So if you're a viewer and you are involved in homeschool or Girl Scouts or Boy Scouts, or if you and your family are just looking for a way to give back and literally change the lives of
Yes.
other folks, plan ahead and get your flip-flops to the world, and you'll start collecting them on June 1st of 2022.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Spruce, so nice to meet you, and we
Thank
wish
you.
you nothing but the best of success as you
Thank
move
you.
forward.
I appreciate it. Thank you
Absolutely.
for having me.
Yes, and you know, Connie, we have some interesting people who live here in Bastrop.
Yes, we do.
I must say it never fails. Thank you so much for coming on the show. We
You're
appreciate
welcome.
you.
Thank you.
So that takes care of episode 1. I can't believe season 3, episode 1 in the books. And now we know, please think about June of 2022 and how you can get those $1 flip-flops and change somebody's life. And be sure you check out Cathy and her organization out at Rockin' M Ranch, weddings, events, and venues. And lodging.
And lodging, yes. And
We have to make
lodging.
sure we call that
Well,
the
it
right
is a great
thing.
venue.
It is certainly a good venue. And I heard BCBOA has something kind of cool going on. Tell me about it.
We do something new for the new season here. So we are now doing what we call mystery lunches. So you can go to the bcboa.com and you can purchase a ticket for $32.50, and that ticket is for a lunch, and you know the date and you know the time, but you don't know where you're going until you get the email or the text message the day before that tells you where to show up, and you don't even know who you're having lunch with until you show up at the lunch. So it's kind of a mystery. It's exciting. It's a great way to start building your network. You could be having lunch with one person, could be 10 people. You don't know. So that's going to be a lot of fun, and you can purchase your tickets at the bcboa.com.
Mystery meal, mystery new friend.
That's right. That's right. We just think it's going to be a lot of fun, a lot of great networking, and you'll have lunch with somebody who you may never would have even considered having lunch with, and who knows what's going to come of that. It's great for local business owners to network with one another and start, building those relationships. Absolutely. So be sure to get your tickets. And also be sure that you're following us at theheartofbastrop.com. We're on Facebook. We're on YouTube. You can go to the website. You don't want to miss an episode this season.